We are live. Michael, are you there, buddy?
Hey, yeah, what's up, Levi?
Doing well, sir. Doing well. All right, we're going to get started here in just a minute. I know people are still jumping on. So as we wait for that, let's just get a few responses in the chat. Let us know you're here and that you're ready to get started. And we'll get started here in just a second. Great. All right, again, this is Double Your Real Estate Business with irresistible offers and funnels, a simple formula to double your business even if nobody knows who you are. So here's what you're going to learn today during this presentation. This is how to attract clients with irresistible offers and funnels without talking to unqualified prospects so you can consistently close more transactions, and how to avoid wasting money and time so you can finally profitably scale your business. And this is the new way to get listings that sell. And so why is this so important right now? Now, most real estate marketing we've learned is dead wrong, and they have no compelling value proposition or irresistible call to action. Agents are not positioned as subject matter experts. So is this for you? Well, if you're not consistently closing deals from funnels, then this is for you. If you'd rather have clients that are predisposed to do business with you, to call you, this is for you. And if you want to dominate your market, this is for you. So just a mercifully brief introduction. I'm here with my good friend and business partner, Michael REESE. He's the co-founder of the National Association of Expert Advisors, Wall Street Journal Top 100, Forbes 30 Under 30, Inc. 500, 5,000, 6 times in a row. You can see multiple best-selling author. I'm sure most of you have read The Miracle Morning for real estate agents. His recent book, Digital President, really covers some of the content we're talking about today, but this is going to give you some extra tips and tricks that you can start to use to double your business right now. So who am I? My name is Levi LASCSAK, and I've known Michael for the last 20 years. Actually, we met around 2000, and we worked in a couple of different businesses together. And what I consider Michael one of my very first mentors. He actually invited me to my first Brian Tracy event. And that's at the time when Brian Tracy was speaking for free. And then he'd sell you a lot of DVDs and CDs at the end of the program. And I remember I maxed out my credit card at that first event, but it really opened up my mind to personal development and sales skills and just, getting on a growth path that I haven't stopped in the last 20 years. And that's a big thanks to Michael. So he really taught me a lot about sales. He went into real estate about 2002. Took me about a year and a half, but I followed suit, of course, since our track record. And I got started in real estate in 2004. So I was in my first month. Michael told me, I said, how do I get people? What do I do? He said, do an open house. And so my first weekend, I was licensed. I went out there, did an open house and got my first buyer, closed my first deal. And then the problem was I was still in the reserves. I was in the military. And I got a call, literally a phone call that said, you're leaving in a week. And that was it. I got deployed for 18 months. I spent 12 of those months in Iraq in 2005. So I came back in 2006. Now, whenever you're coming back from deployment, you get recruited by a lot of people. And I got actually an offer from a pharmaceutical company. It was 6 figures. I was 25 years old at the time, no college degree. So I kind of thought that was a cool thing. And so I just went that route. Well, I applied those same fundamentals and principles that I had learned with Michael and, people like Brian Tracy and reading and self-development. And so within the first year of the pharmaceutical company, I became top 1% in the company in sales. And within 18 months, I was promoted to the corporate office and I was in charge of the entire sales division for a $100 million plus company. And so that allowed me some time and some money to really start investing in real estate. Even though I didn't start working with buyers and sellers, I really wanted to still be involved in real estate. And of course, after the crash in 2009, properties were at an all-time low. And so I picked up several rentals, fix and flips, and some Airbnb as well. That was a little bit later down the road. But the thing was that everything changed for me in 2013. And I had actually acquired a digestive disease in Iraq in 2005. It plagued me on and off for about 8 years. But in 2013, it really came at me hard. I lost 50 pounds in a single month. I couldn't work. I was disabled. I was literally on my deathbed. And the thing is that with a job is that they want you back after 90 days. I had to go on medical leave, but after 90 days, they wanted me back and I just couldn't do it. So it really took me a full year to recover. I actually wrote a book on this, I Healed Naturally and You Can Too, because I came back from that 100% without medication or surgery, but it did take me a full year to do that. But the reason I was able to do that was because I started my own business at that time in 2014. So I actually got into financial advising though. I met the right person at the right time and partnered up with them. And again, because I was able to apply the same fundamentals and principles that I had learned from the very beginning and continued with my education going on from that point, I became a top 3% financial advisor in the entire country within my first year, maintained that. And then I started learning a very lucrative way to use retirement accounts for real estate investing and how you could do that profitably and use your own funds versus going to a bank or a mortgage broker. And so I started teaching that around the country at several different real estate offices and events and things like that. And I was able to hook up and reconnect with Michael at a mastermind event in Key West. And this is where I really got to see up close and personal what Michael was doing with real estate agents, because since he got licensed in 2002, he had just basically killed it in the real estate industry, had the top team in Keller Williams, one of the top real estate agents in the world, and just continued to dominate the real estate, built an extremely successful coaching company as well at the National Association of Expert Advisors. And I saw in Key West this partner model that Michael was working on, and the other real estate agents that were attending there, just what they were doing working with Michael, and it just kind of blew my mind. And so I knew at that point it was time to make a shift. And because real estate's always been one of my passions anyways, and I've continued with the real estate investing, but after seeing this partner model, I knew I had to get involved, and that's where I wanted to jump back in. So I've also recently co-founded a TrackLink. Now this is a service for real estate agents because I noticed there is a gap in the market, because as a real estate agent, the way to put food on the table is by working with buyers and sellers. At the same time, if you want to leverage your time, then building a team is the best way to do that. But where do you find the time to do that? And that's what we do through a TrackLink, helping you build your team. We won't get into that here today, but we'll move along to the offer and the funnel formula. The funnel formula, what is that exactly? Well, you've got to find a target market and who is your target client. And then once you find that, you've got to get the traffic and where is that going to come from? And then what type of offer do you have to provide that's going to hook? Basically, what type of bait are you going to use to get them? And then you're going to move them into your funnel, and that's how we're going to convert them into a client. So what is a funnel exactly? Well, let me show you a pro tip. If you would like a pro tip, click in add in the comments that you would like to see a pro tip and how to get free leads from LinkedIn. This is a target market right here that you should be generating free leads every single day right from LinkedIn. Actually, I'm going to jump out of here real quick and I'll show you this. I know at these types of webinars or trainings, you're usually thinking I've got to wait until the very end to get all of the good information, but this is some extra added value right at the beginning. So when you're on your LinkedIn profile, you simply come up here to this work tab. When you're on the work tab, there's a service down here called Pro Finder. Now, this is a free service, and you can see I've already got an approved profile through Pro Finder. But if buyers and sellers are on here, they can search in here for a real estate agent. And whenever they do that, they're simply going to click Get Started. Now, when they come on here, they're going to take a brief survey. What are your real estate needs? They're going to, do they need to sell a home or buy a home? They click Continue. Is it a single family? What's the price range? They can put 250 to 5, 5K to 1 mil, 1 million to 2. And then they can actually type in here, are they pre-approved? What are they looking for exactly? And they can type that note out, and then the zip code they are looking for, and they click Get Free Proposals. Whenever they hit that button, if you're an approved profile on this service, you will get that proposal. And it's simply that easy. There's no charge. There's no cost to the person requesting the proposal as a buyer or seller. And there's no cost to you as the real estate agent to register on here. You just have to have an approved profile through Pro Finder. And to do that, that's very simple. You can go on there get it approved, and it takes a couple of days. But other than that, you'll be ready to start receiving proposals from there. So we'll go back to our presentation at hand, and just wanted to share that extra value right there. So here's another example of a funnel that is working very, very well for all of our partners and ourselves right now. So we're looking at the target market. Who is it exactly? It's the new home buyer. And where is the traffic coming from? Well, it's coming from Facebook, one of the most used websites in the world right now. Now we got to add the offers in there and get basically throw the bait in the water, right? And to attract them. And then we have the funnel system that is going to bring them in, follow up, and basically convert into buyers. And I'll show you my results from this just within the first week. And you can see here that only $58.94 spent. That generated 25 leads at a cost of $2.35 per lead. So what did that lead to? Well, 25 leads in the first week, actually about 6 days. 25 leads, 3 pre-approvals, 2 showings out of that, and we're expect to go under contract very quickly within the first week. So would you pay $2.35 for buyer leads? I think so. So why new construction? Why are we targeting that area? Well, move up buyers, it's usually local area movers that gives you the potential of listing their home as well. So you got builder assist in the sales process. So you got additional incentives that they're offering, which is either closing cost or title policies, usually all types of incentives they have in addition to that. So that's very lucrative for the buyer. Now it's generally better qualified lead. The client is more emotionally tied to this process of building their home. They get very involved in that. And it reduces the objections that buyers usually have, like they don't like the countertops or the cabinets. Well, here they've got selections. They can choose what they want to put in there. It has a cash conversion cycle, and the search terms like new construction or specific neighborhoods are really what's driving the search engines right now. So that's where the volume's at. So what's the new construction offer? Well, you've got to have the primary and the secondary. Well, the primary is based on selection. Secondary is more on affordability. So primary is the access to all the new construction properties in the area, but this is cold traffic, right? It's most universal. This is the lead generation. This is the top of the funnel. This is where you're bringing the most amount of people in. Now, you can convert off of that's possible, but at the same time, if it doesn't, then you follow up with a secondary offer and you get access to you offer an access to a one-page doc with all the builder incentives, and now you're turning them into warm traffic because you're retargeting and you're going to increase your conversion at that time. So how does this look? Well, we have the lead ad on Facebook, the Facebook lead form as well. They have a brief survey. It tells you exactly what they're looking for. If they're looking right now in 1 to 3 months, 3 to 6, we're going to direct them to an IDX site to where they get an access to the properties right now in the exact area that they're looking for. And then they go into the pipeline, they go into the funnel. And that's where you can see there, they get, if you're not able to reach them right at that moment, then they're going to get followed up with continuously until they respond. And that happens automatically on your behalf. And then from there, we can retarget. And that's really the key aspect. So what does that really look like? Well, it's a simple ad on Facebook that we actually walk you through step by step. Very simple to do. So if you think, hey, I'm not an expert on Facebook ads, or I'm not a Facebook or expert on digital marketing, no problem, because we actually got the step-by-step process that walks you through how to build this out. Very, very simple. Really doesn't take that long at all, as long as you know what you're doing. But that's where we come in. Secondary offer, the new construction incentives. You got a messenger ad that we can follow up with. It goes into their messenger. Then again, puts them back into the pipeline, puts them back into the contacting campaign, and retargeting as well. So you're going to have a lot of touches, and that is the key. I'm sure many of you that are familiar with the sales process have heard over and over again that an average customer or client takes 5 to 7 touches before they usually say yes or buy. And so here's kind of the same way. Just because they click that they like a property or they want to see properties doesn't mean they're going to respond immediately, or doesn't mean they're going to engage with you automatically. And you know that from any type of lead source you get. So we continue the follow-up, and we'll get them down the road. And you can see here, this is just an example of how that works with with a follow-up ad and retargeting. So it really just comes down to doing the math. And that's really the key factor here, is because if you understand what it takes to get a close then, or a sell, then you're not really going to be too concerned about what it costs per lead, because is it worth it? Well, if you look like here in this example, you saw my example, it was averaging out about $2.35. Well, if you factor this, a daily budget of $17, cost per lead $5, conversion rate 1%, average commission, let's say it's $9,000. Is that worth it? Would you run ads for 30 days for $510 to get $9,000? Absolutely, you would. So as long as you understand the math, you're not worried about spending that money up front. So we create our assumptions to use a testing budget, use lead generation and the ROI calculator. If you want this exact same calculator, just simply go to attractroi.com/calculator, and you're going to be able to download that at free. Set your daily budget, cost per lead. You can plug all your numbers in that you're comfortable with as starting out, and it's going to tell you exactly what you should expect from the return on investment on there. So your customer acquisition cost and your return on investment. So here's another one of our partners, their recent results from this new construction funnel as well. Again, you can see here, they had a $10 budget. They spent $273, generated 96 leads at a cost per lead of $3, converted at 2%. So what we really want you to know is that you can do this. You're only one successful funnel away from being able to scale your real estate business predictably and profitably. We've got one partner, Steve Ulster, who does 100 transactions a year off of one funnel. And he's done that consistently for the past 3 to 4 years. So, Michael, if they want to really, truly understand how to turn strangers into clients, where do they start?
Well, you know what? That's a great question, Levi. And, this is a document that we used when we started training real estate professionals. It's called the 7 stages of the real estate business. And basically every stage of the business, depending where you are, has an impact on where we would start. So a solopreneur doesn't know how to articulate their value, demonstrate their value, make their value visible. Usually that's someone's 0 to 14 deals. They're still selling their family and their friends, but they haven't learned how to turn that stranger into a client. So a funnel for them isn't as important as learning their skills. Now, a seeker or a grower, someone who's looking to really start building their business, going from 15 to 25 deals or 26 to 48. Usually what I find out, is I find out that they don't even know how many people are coming to their website. They don't have any economic formula or unit economics on how they're going to get a customer from any target market, whether it's expireds, FSBOs, new construction, short sales, open house. They have no methodology, and they grow because someone teaches them that. The people that go from seeker to hustler to entrepreneur, it's 1 or 2 things that they learn. And Jim Rohn has another really good quote. If you don't have everything you want in your business or your life, it's something you haven't learned something yet. And so I always encourage people, find out where you are and what you need to learn. And if you're wanting to do the things that me and Levi are talking about today, make sure you learn and understand offers, but more importantly, leverage points. Every business has a leverage point, okay? The ad online is a leverage point. The headline, the image, you can change the image and change the conversion. You can change the headline, change the conversion. You can change the landing page. Levi, I had a person tell me the other day, they said, well, I did Facebook and it doesn't work. Do your funnels work on Facebook? Funnels, listen, Facebook is a traffic source, right? Facebook is a traffic source. Instagram is a traffic source. Amazon is a traffic source. Your funnel, if it works, it should scale across all platforms. And when you know you're a marketer, it's when you are able to advertise on Yahoo, Bing, you're able to retarget people because it's the math works. So you have to understand the leverage points in your business. Now, I got advice from one of my mentors, Jay Abraham, and he's called the $9.4 billion man. He says, before you try to engineer new breakthroughs, first maximize what you're already doing. So when we work with someone like yourself, the first thing we do is we come in and we make a stop doing list. What things are you doing right now where you're not getting an ROI or an ROT, right? We want to maximize your marketing budget. For most people, they have no vendor program. I worked with a girl named Trisha Turner down in Houston. She has a beautiful office. We partnered with her, and all of these people were benefiting from all of the expenses she was taking on. I learned from Jay Abraham, the principle of host beneficiary relationships, who all benefits when you do a transaction? A painter, maybe a structural engineer, an insurance person, a mortgage company, a title company. All of those people have to get customers. You know, they all have a methodology to get customers, and they have to make an investment. They got a customer acquisition cost too. So if you can align and identify those people and influence those people to work with you together, a lot of times I'm helping partners zero cost their marketing budget or double their marketing budget without spending any extra dime by getting those benefits. And if you want a copy of that vendor program guide, feel free to, in fact, you could probably just send Levi a message. How does someone, do you know your messenger? Or you can just go to the Facebook group. It's in there. It's joingetmoneynow.com. It'll take you straight to one of our Facebook groups. So here's the point. You want to maximize your revenue you're getting from listings, okay? So do you have a move-up program? One of my biggest commissions was a $90,000 commission. It came from somebody calling on one of my signs where the sign said, move up to this home, I'll buy yours for cash. They had a home that they needed to sell. It was a very unique situation, but it was almost, it was just shy of a six-figure commission, but I got paid on the house that they had. I got paid on the house that they bought, and the people that were in that house were moving. And the truth was that home that I had listed was about to expire, right? So you can leverage things like this. These trade-in programs work no different than a car, and they're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. Here's a pro tip I want to give you guys with property brochures. One of the things in my business that really helped out was we implemented property brochures. Consider this, again, a pro tip. You know, what would happen is a lot of people don't make offers on their brochures. I increased the calls to my office by 300%. And I'm going to tell you guys how. First of all, remember you have drive-by traffic. So you have a property brochure. What we did was we removed the price and kept the address. Why would we do that? Well, they already know the address. You want to have a call to action, again, an offer, something that's going to entice them. So what we would do though is on the back of the brochure, we would put about maybe 15 to 20 other properties that were 15 to 20% higher and lower than that subject property. And my lender used to have this sign writer that said for pre-recorded, it was a pre-recorded message to get more details on this home. It was a call capture. It would capture the phone number of the person calling in. And when they would call in, you know, it would say, hey, here's the details of the property. Press 1 to be connected to an agent. No one would ever press 1, but you would capture their number and then you would call them. What we did was we changed it. On the back of our property brochure, we had about, like I said, 15 to 20 other properties. And we took that 4-digit code that would be on the sign writer and we put each one for every property on the back of all of the brochures. So now they have the subject property on front page. On the back, they got 20 other properties with 20 other 4-digit codes. And it would say, call this 800 number to get the most up-to-date price on any of these properties below. And so people would call in and, or it would say to get the price. I'm sorry, the address. I apologize. It would say the address because it would be price, Twitter-like description, 4-digit code, call the 800 number to get the location of any of these properties. So they'd call in and it would say, this home is located at, 2619, Bearberry, just some street name, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, it would say, instead of press 1 to connect to an agent, it'd say press 1 to get the most up-to-date price on this property. Everybody would press 1. It was unbelievable. I mean, we went from, maybe our phone were ringing 4 times in a day to 12 times. It was quantifiably different. So if you're not doing this, this is another place you can make an offer. We did the same with open house. We built an open house funnel. What's on your signs? On our open house signs, we make an offer. One of the best offers we have is a vacant home script. But we're making vacant home script offers. We're making the buyer's advantage offer. We're gonna have a survey at the open house. Our open houses, maybe about 60, 90 days ago, we helped 3 different agents that averaged over 50. So one person, I think Rachel Boston, I believe it was Rachel Boston. No, it was Chase, received 55 leads before the open house between Wednesday and Saturday, right? That's an offer you can be making in the marketplace. Most agents put a couple of signs out with no offers, and there's no compelling reason for people to come, and they get no traffic, and they sit there and wonder why it doesn't work. This works, right? You can double your revenue from your database, right? We had this deal called Shake the Trees. When I grew my real estate business to 268 transactions from scratch in a market I had never served before in 12 months, it's because every single Monday I was making every Monday after I started building my pipeline, my database, yet leveraging demand generation strategies where I had permission-based marketing, where people had answered a survey over the phone and they gave me permission, then I would engage with that database. I was growing that database, generated 161 nurtures in January of 2016. We started on January 2nd. And by June, a third of those people's homes were either listed or sold, and they heard from us once they took that survey, right? And so again, there's all different kinds of ways that you can shake the trees, right? When's the last time you emailed your database? And if you did you email it an engaging email that asked a question, elicited a response? This can be done right now. Again, maximizing what you're doing. You can do this with old buyer leads, old seller leads, past clients. One of the things that, me and Levi have been working on with our other partner, Woods Davis, was the homeownership quiz funnel. It's an amazing funnel. Anytime you can use surveys or quizzes, again, not only can you get that traffic from Facebook, but you can use blog and organic traffic. You can do door hangers. Maybe if you're wanting to have more of a variable expense and you want to put a little bit more time, less money, or maybe you just leverage your database and email it, right? You can do home ownership surveys, same thing, Facebook, blog, organic, door hangers. You can do client events with it. If you're not doing a newsletter, you should be doing a newsletter, right? If I was trying to take over a neighborhood, I'd be doing Facebook Lives about what was going on in my life and in my area. I'd be transcribing them, getting them edited and formatted into a newsletter. 60% of the newsletter would be about me because that's what they want. Especially if you do it right. Newsletters are I had a buddy became #1 in the world for one of the largest franchise at the time in 2005. He became it was #1 in the world almost overnight, sold 77 homes in one neighborhood. What did he do? He did a newsletter to the neighborhood every month, right? Almost twice the medium home sales price for his market in one of the most competitive markets in North America, right? Another buddy of mine in Silicon Valley. Again, you take that video that you're doing, you do it on your business page, not your personal page. Now you can download it. You add a little video bumper, you do a market update, you do these topics, and you email that out to your database. Again, you can embed pixels so you target people like we talked about earlier with Levi was talking about with the new construction funnel. We can put those on our business page, promote those to anybody who's been to our landing page. And guys, listen, we can help you with all of this. This agent right here, a good friend of mine, Brett Jennings, I remember when he was doing 30 deals. Now he's just shy of probably 200 million a year in production. Why? You ask him. I remember, one of the things he does religiously is he does his Silicon Valley Real Estate Journal every month where he has calls to action, offers. Look down the side. What's your home's worth? Looking for your home. If you go to that website right now, you'll see he has offers, right? That's why we call it the triangle of trust. So if you want to double your business, you have to double the amount of offers you're making in the marketplace. You have to have a primary offer, right? And listen, people don't know that if you want to make a good offer, you got to learn how to make it irresistible. For me, I had a guaranteed sell. Now, my brokerage that I work with offers, because we have expansion partners all over the country. We partner with people. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. We don't charge you a dime if you want to do it. So that's something of interest that you need help with this kind of stuff. Make sure you stay on to the end. You can end up talking to me or Levi. But we have a way in certain areas where we'll let our partners make an offer into the marketplace to make a cash offer where we have institutional buyers that will buy homes, right? And again, a guaranteed sale is offered at CarMax, right? When I went and just bought my new truck about a month ago, they offered me a cash offer on my home. This isn't, you have Zillow offers, OfferPad, Open Door. This is a compelling offer, but it plays to the consumer's principle of the timing and certainty, and when you understand things like that, you learn, man, there's all of these paces. We talked about property brochures. We talked about target markets on LinkedIn. We've talked about, buyer quiz funnels, our database, Facebook. But again, when you get in front of those people, what do you offer? Do you have a love it or leave it guarantee, a buyer's advantage program? Do you have a universal offer? Do you have articulations of value on what you do with the home warranty or title policy? Do you have a homeowners program? If you want to double your conversion, create a program. Are you a certified negotiation expert? Are you a secret agent not telling anybody about anything you've done? Do you offer special financing? Do you have a cancellation guarantee? Do you have a raving fan club? Do you have a book of testimonials a book that would cost you $1 to print? Do you even get testimonials? Do you do Facebook Lives with your testimonies? Do people on your business page? Do you have bottom of funnel content? When people don't choose you, they don't believe you. If you want to turn strangers into clients, if you want to get more listings, if you want to become the dominant agent in your market, you got to be better at making offers, right? So how can you double the seller offers that you currently have, right? For me, I used to do FSBOs. I used to offer flexible commission rates. Commissions are flexible. They're negotiable. Whether that negotiation is from 7 to 6, 6 to 5, 5 to 4, doesn't matter. They're still flexible. And if you've ever been flexible, then why not tell people on the front end, especially when that's important to your target audience, right? Do you have an immediate buyout program? That was one of my first year, three different people bought half of the transactions that I did. That's why I love the cash offer right now, because some of these institutional buyers that are out there won't buy, but some of these other real estate investors like Levi and myself will. So you want to build that investor network and have those compelling offers. This is one of the best offers I think you can have over the next couple of years, right? So there's a lot of pros and cons with buyers. Pros, you generate on buy side, you generate more leads on a smaller budget. Shorter cash conversion requires less skill to close. The cons is it requires more of your time to close the deal. Got to show a lot of houses. You have a lot more unqualified opportunities. Someone could be interested in buying but never buy. On the sell side, requires less of your time to close, right? You get the listing. The listing gets phone calls with the property brochure, so it generates buyers. And it does have a shorter cash conversion if you go after the distressed home seller. But could be a longer cash conversion cycle, because you might have to list the home, get an offer, get it under contract, all those things, depending on the target market. You might suck more of your budget if you have a budget. Budget is a constraint by definition. If you have a budget, it'll suck more of your budget because the cost per lead is higher. And it does require a little bit more skill to close, right? Buyer offers. How can you double the buyer's offers that you attract to your compelling targeted offers, right? For us, like I said, we have the home quiz funnel. It works amazing. If you're not doing this, we'd love to help you get something like this set up. People don't know. If you didn't see that, you missed the magic trick. It automatically brought in, because we're using a Facebook lead ad. So you just hit 3 buttons and we got your information. They never wrote their name, never wrote their email, because it's a lead ad and it stays on the Facebook platform. We get the information as the marketer, but the consumer, it's just push button 1, 2, 3. It's going to have a higher pull-through rate, higher conversion, because it's a survey. It's not positioned as marketing. This right now, again, can be done to your database, can be ran on Facebook, can retarget people who come to your offer, maybe sees one of your offers, right? A lot of the time you have sellers that need to buy, buyers that need to sell. And so that's what you want to do here, right? You want to be able to do that. With the new construction funnel, it's the same thing. It's something that, Levi was talking about earlier. It's a very, very amazing funnel that we're working with right now. We have everything from free leads on Facebook Marketplace, that are working right now. One of the things that we teach people on Facebook Marketplace, post an ad and say, tired of renting, comment your monthly rent amount, and I'll tell you what, I'll send you a list of homes that you could afford for the same price. Again, it's about making offers. It's about how do you currently make offers, and how do you start making more offers, right? How can you start making more offers in the marketplace, right? There's 3 types of offers: database, past client, unconverted leads. You can email, text. But what you can't forget about is the new way: social media, subscribers, engaged audience, and pixels. It is easier. You can grow a business and a personal brand. What it took me to do, I personally listed 368 homes in a 12-month period, right? And I'm telling you right now, it'd be easier. My phone rang every day. It'd be easier to do what took me maybe 4 to 5 years. I think you could do it in 1 to 2 years, right? You can build a personal brand quicker with social media if you know how to use it. You should be doing deals every month from social media. Just me I was able to increase just doing Facebook Live videos. I had over 100,000 people, unique audience that I could get in front of that watched any of my videos. They didn't have to opt in. All they had to do was watch a video online and they were put into an audience. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that 5 years ago, 6 years ago. A lot of people still can't do it now. You can. When we partner with you, we can help you set this stuff up where people see you everywhere. When you go into a neighborhood and I knock on the door right now and I say, I'm doing a local survey, name a professional service provider who helps people sell their home. If the person across the street, down the street, 10 homes from you doesn't say your name, we need to start doing a better job winning your street, winning your neighborhood, winning your city by leveraging marketing, guys. So marketing's job is to put people into a sales process, right? You have offline to online. So you can use door hanger, go to landing page, client appreciation events where you can do surveys. You can go postcard to landing page. Shoot, you can go Facebook ad to landing page. You can go retargeting people who clicked on your website to messenger ad. You can go from live video to website. These are all the different ways you should be able to make offers. You can go online, which is an ad to a text message, right? With click to call, click to text on the Google ad platform. You can go database with an email, which is online to offline to call you. You can go online calendar. We're doing this right now. I had 9 people set an appointment in Denver with one of our partners in 1 month on wanting a cash offer on their home. Boom, straight to an appointment. Guys, you have to learn how to do this stuff. It's learning what offers are working the best and then learning how you can put those into your business to work for you. I'm telling you right now, if you're not making the amount of money that you want to make in your real estate business, it's you don't understand marketing. Let me ask you a question. Let me just tell you what I normally ask people. What works better? Does Facebook work better or Google? You know, Facebook is interruption marketing. Google is search. I spent literally $4,212.92 on Facebook, generated 613 leads at a cost per lead of $6.87, acquired 25 appointments at a cost per appointment of $168.52. That is a great cost per appointment. I turned around and did the same thing on Google. My cost per appointment was $402.06. If you could advertise on Facebook or Google, if you know the math, it's easy to know which one to do. But what most people don't know is they don't know what math they should know. So they look at this and they're like, oh, real simple question. Let's just go with Facebook. But they don't know. We quantify out of all the appointments we scheduled from the date the contact was created to the date the appointment was made on Facebook, it took on average 101 days. And this is when I was writing the book Inside Sales Predictability and had 18 ISA. So we were on our game calling every day. We had business. It took 101 days, right? On Google, it took 4.5 days. So the question is if you said Facebook when you should have said Google, or if you need a closing tomorrow, but you ran through your budget and you thought they were bad leads, but it should have taken 101 days. Do you need more leads? Do you need a better follow-up system? Are you only talking to 30% of your leads? Should you be talking to 60? Do you need, if you're only getting 100 leads and you're only talking to 30%, maybe you need half the leads and a better process for following up, right? So people say, well, what channel do I focus on? You focus on both if you're getting a positive ROI. What even works better is the remarketing we were talking to you about earlier, which is when the prospect comes to your site, maybe they're on Google and they're looking at affordability. We know there's affordability and selection, the two things NAR says buyers look for, selection first, affordability second. Maybe we target people who are looking for selection with affordability. Add 50% of your success is your differentiated value proposition. So now we're going into a market where we're different. We did this. We generated 17 leads at a cost per lead of $8.65. We had 110 clicks. 93 people didn't become a lead, but we retargeted from Google to Facebook, where we used proof to build credibility with the brand. We generated 14 more leads at a cost per lead of $3.86. Here's what happened though. We lowered our cost per lead to $6.52, which now gave us a total amount of 31 leads and 3 transactions, literally from one campaign. So that's what I tell people, that's what you have to understand is, like I said, right now where I see most people dropping the ball is they're not doing things from social media. They're not getting, they don't have a strategy. I tell people all the time, I started going live every day, started posting simple videos. Sometimes I'll be at my house, sometimes in a parking garage, sometimes outside of my office. Literally, I increased the traffic to my funnels on what was equivalent to what cost me 10 grand a month in ads. I was able to generate the same amount of traffic for free, right? I produced valuable content. People watched it. Facebook and Instagram showed them more. They got engaged with that content. And then boom, we retargeted them, right? So every day, my videos, I had content that added value to my audience by branding me. I had a universal call to action, which is extremely important. And then I drove people into a sales process. Then I would find the ads that converted and had the highest engagement. I would create those as a cold audience. Then I would retarget them if they watch my videos with my warm audience. And those would all, again, have calls to actions. All of those would have calls to actions, right? So It helped me build a personal brand. It helped me build authority as an expert. It helped me build an audience that sees me everywhere while building our business to generate value. I want to play this short little video for you, and then I'm going to tell you guys what we're up to.
You can't imagine what happens when you make a piece of video content that's really good, that people watch for 2 minutes and 9 seconds, all the way through or 50% of the way through, and then you remarket them with a call to action. You can't imagine. You want to really believe in marketing? Do that. You want to really believe in how marketing works? Let me give you the quickest way you can feel really good at putting your head on a pillow and saying, yeah, this shit actually works. Make a great fucking video, target it properly, get hundreds of thousands of people to see quite a bit of it, and then remarket them for a call to action and watch how many convert. You'll believe in marketing for the rest of your life.
So let me ask you a question. If my team was willing to help you create a plan to double your business, would you follow it? Just put in the comment box over there, okay? I want to hear yes or no. For those of you who do say yes, why would you? Just put that. Why would you follow? A lot of people say because it's proven, because we believe you can help us, your track record. I read every comment at the end of these, so if you don't mind just playing along here. So now let me give you some of the good news and some of the bad news. Let's start with the bad news. A plan will still require work, but do you mind a little work if it results in a closing every week? For those of you who want to start generating business consistently every week, here's the good news. Whether you're a new agent, whether you want to build a team, or whether you want to expand to other markets, we can help you. In fact, what if I said we could just partner with you, literally help you create a plan, then give you the systems, training, mentoring, and coaching to help you implement? Imagine if you got stuck, then you jumped on a call with me or Levi or someone on our team members to get unstuck. What if you needed more leads? Then we gave you the funnels that made lead generation like turning on a water faucet. Imagine having access to everything you need. You need a CRM? We got you. You want to take over a farm? Use our proven system that we've already tested and laid out step by step. Want to grow your team? Let us help. You need our recruiting ads? You want us to do a second interview for you? Even better, let my team and me spend 3 days with you, either face-to-face or you can do it virtually to get you and your agents fully trained. Imagine no more guesswork. Instantly having access to every system, tool, process we've ever created for our business. If that's not enough, imagine if we did all of this and never charged you a dime. The result would be instant growth. You would never have priority confusion. You would know exactly what to do. You'd be fully trained with the roadmap and a team of rock stars to help you. You'd be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Are you interested? Wondering how that would work? Well, I'm glad you asked. When we become partners, we start with maximizing what you're already doing. We identify what's working and what's not working, what things you need to do more of and what things you need to stop doing. The formula is actually really simple. We're going to define where you want to be in the next 36 months. Then we're going to reverse engineer a plan for what you need to do in the next 90 days in order to get there. Now, obviously, partnering with someone is a hands-on process. So I think it's best for all of us if we look at your current business and create a plan for you for free. And then we can decide if partnering makes sense moving forward. If you meet our criteria, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to do a strategic planning call. We're going to review your current business model and create your personal economic model. We're going to create a lead generation model and a marketing plan. We're going to do all of the math and reverse engineer your goals and get a clear plan for you to hit them. Then we're going to review your options to partner, grow a team, or expand your business. Now, who's this for? People who understand the values of a system and can follow a process, care about the client and the services they provide, are committed to learning and growing and want a higher standard of training and leverage the power of marketing, lead generation, and building a personal brand. You got to be hungry, humble, and smart, and not so busy you can't afford to spend a few days with me and my team virtually, or maybe even face-to-face in the future, learning our processes and systems. Now, let me get one thing clear. I'm not trying to sell you a coaching program, but I'd be more than delighted to coach you. What we're offering is to partner with like-minded agents and not charge them a dime and help them grow their business. If you'd like to know more about that and get the free strategic plan at no cost or obligation, here's what I want you to do next. Go to 5-star strategy call. What you're going to do is you're going to get access to one of me and one of my 5-star coaches here. And we're going to jump on the call. It might be Levi. One of the main reasons is, again, Levi's been with me on every business I've had since I've been in Texas. So if it's not me, it's probably going to be Levi. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through that strategic call and help you create a plan. After speaking with Levi, or if you speak with me, we might decide to jump on a call with all 3 of us, depending on what market you serve and what that partnership opportunity looks like. But if you were interested, if you got a lot out of this call today and you really are committed that to creating a business that works harder for you than you do for it, all I want you to do is go schedule the call. Go to 5-Star Strategy Call. Worst case scenario, when you schedule a call with me or my team, at the end of the day, all I want you to say is, man, that call was so valuable. I would enthusiastically wish I would have done that a year ago, right? So there's no commitment. There's no obligation. If we do decide to partner, we're going to talk to you how we're able to do that with not charging you a dime. This might be exactly what you were looking for. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Go to 5starstrategycar.com and get that call scheduled. Now, for those of you who are saying, well, I don't know if I should. Listen, Rachel Boston met with me in December. She scheduled her call. She had to cancel because she got sick. And the next day we had our meeting, okay? Look at the dates. From January, she went to a presentation in December, scheduled her call in January, moved it to the 14th. And literally to the 4th. And literally on the 15th, which was 11 days later, she said it's been a nonstop 10 days, sold 3 homes, all closing before the 2nd. Then she reached back out to me because we obviously partnered with each other. She needed help with the funnel. I'll get to the end of this. She basically told me her lender said in the first 2 months of the year, just her lender, she actually got listings as well, but she said her lender said, I've got more people pre-qualified from you the first 2 months of the year than I was able to get from all of my other agents combined. I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. And that's what I want to do for you. I want to be able to tell you your business can change like this. It can change in an instant. And if you want to go hear her story, you can go online. It's posted. It's actually on YouTube. You can look up Rachel Boston. I also interviewed Nate. His story is actually on my website. You can go check it out. In fact, if you schedule the 5-Star Strategy Call, Levi, I'll give you a link to Nate's interview and you can just send it to them before the call. How about that? So Nate's story is pretty cool because he reached out to us in his first 5 months of being with us. He tripled his business. That was in 18. His business has exploded. He was in dire straits of needing to close a deal. We're working with a lady named Linda Dale. And Linda, her first 6 days with us, put a deal under contract. I think last I heard in 30 days, she had 5 deals under contract. I think maybe it was actually 3 deals under contract, 5 deals working hot. I'll give you that video, Levi. You can send it to them as well. These are people who partnered with us. We didn't charge them a dime. We helped them grow their business. If you'd be interested, go to 5starstrategycall.com. Levi, do you have any parting last words?
Great job. Great information. And I look forward to talking with everyone and we'll see you soon.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for co-hosting this with me. And hopefully everybody got a lot of value out of it. Thank you guys so much. And Levi, can they text you if something comes up?
Absolutely. Yeah. My number is 214-436-0494, 214-436-0494. That's my cell. So I'm here.
If you need anything, send them a text. I can't wait to get the opportunity to talk to you, meet you. I can't wait to help you build a business that works harder for you than you do for it, where you sell a home because you want to, not because you have to. All right? Y'all take care.